Hello, hi everyone. My name is Michael. Welcome to your beginner's piano class. So in this class, we'll be learning all we need to know about the keyboard or the piano. Okay, so we about the keyboard. So the keyboard makeup. What is the keyboard made up of? So now the keyboard uses the first 7 letters of the alphabet, which is A, B, C, D, E, F, G. So now a piano keyboard is made up of black and white keys. So we can see the black and white keys. These are all black and white keys. Okay? So these are black and white keys. So the black note can mean two different things. As you move up the keyboard from your left to right, the black notes are indicated by sharp, which means sharp. Okay, so now this is what it means. If you move from one, or for you to know the names of these black notes, if you move from your C, from any white key, let's assume we don't know the names of the keys. Now if we move from this white to the black note, upward, forward is called sharp, but if you're moving from any white downward, is called flat. So we'll be taking that brief. It's called flat. Now let's name our keys on the keyboard. So now the keyboard, in music we have 7 keys, which are A, B, C, D, E, F, G. But in keyboard settings, they have been rearranged starting from C. So we now have C is now from C, D, E, F, G, then A, B. So now for us to be able to know where our C is now located on the keyboard, the starting key on every keyboard is your key C. For instance, this is key C. Okay, this is where my keyboard is starting from. This white C. Okay, so now if we are now, or how can we know our key C? Let's use a relative a reference key, for instance. So the white key before the two black keys is your C. So this is the white key before your 2 black keys. This is your white key before your 2 black keys. Your white key before the 2 black keys. So we have 2 black keys, a set of 2 black keys, and set of 3 black keys. Set of 2 black keys, set of 3 black keys. Set of 2 black keys, set of 3 black keys. So the white key before the 2 black keys is your key C. So you can locate your key C in this keyboard, wherever you want to locate it. So now that we have achieved locating our key C on the keyboard, now let's now run our keys. So if this is C, this is D, this is E, this is F, this is going to be what? G. And then after G, don't forget we said we'll now come and start from A, B. So this is now A, B. Now the question now is that what about the remaining keys here? What are their names? So now that is what introduces us to octaves, what we call octaves. Octaves is a representation of what we have played before, or what we have. So it's just like stacking or a photocopy of the same key, only different in pitch. That means that as you go upward or higher the keyboard, it will begin to sound lighter, but it is the same tone, the same thing. So if this is our C, and don't forget the white key before the 2 black keys is your C. So this is our C, D, E, F, G, then A, B. So that means that after A, B, that means that is the end of the white key. So here will be octave on what we have played. So here will be again C, D, E, F, G, A, B. So here will be another octave, C, D, E, F, G, A, B. I don't know if you notice anything, that as we are progressing and playing this upward the keyboard, that it still gives the same tone, but there's a difference in pitch. So that is what octave does. Okay, so why they made the keyboard like that? So that they will be we'll be able to express ourselves, so that we'll not just be stationary in one place playing with just one thing. So we can just and we can play exactly the same thing. For instance, we can play exactly the same thing. We can do it here, we can do it here, exactly the same thing, only that they are different in pitch. Different in pitch, not in volume, in pitch. So the volume, you are the one to determine how you want it to be loud. Okay, so not in volume but in pitch. Pitch means how light or how deeper or thick it is. Okay, I believe we get the concept now. So let's run through it again on our keys. The white keys before the true black key is your C. So if you can locate your C, then you can locate the rest of the key. Now let me give you another tip again. The white key before the 3 black keys is your F. The white key before your 3 black keys is your F. Can you locate it for me? The white key before your 3 black keys. So let's do it together. This is the 3 black keys. Okay, the stack of 3 black keys. So the white key before, this is the white key before the 3 black keys. So this is your F. So if the white key before your 2 black keys is C, then the white key before your 3 black keys is F. So now why do we need to know this? We need to know this so that it's not a must that we must be starting from C to count before we know our keys. So if I ask you to find the key of A for me, so you can just say that A is higher than F. So you can start from F and count upward to look for your A. For instance, let's locate the key of A. So for us to be able to locate the key of A, we will start from F to count upward. So this is F. How do I know that this is F? Because this is a white key before the 3 black keys. So this F, G, A. So now I'm not saying that we can't count from C, but just to save this time, and the stress of counting from C, C, D, E, F, G, A. So we can just start from A. So I'm giving us a logic that we can know where our F is on the keyboard, because our F is the white key before the 3 black keys. So these are F. So from your F, you can decide whether you want to count down or you want to count forward. Okay, so now that we have located the keys on the keyboard, and like I said, the power of octave, the keys that we have here is the same key that we have here. It's the same keys, only different in pitch. So this is what we call octave. Octave is a representation of the same thing, only that they are being stuck in all the keys to make it look plenty and long. So now, one last thing we will talk about before we round up in this class on keys is that keys are gotten from the alphabet in English. Number 1 and number 2, these keys are A, B, C, D, E, F, G. Now on the keyboard settings, these keys are being rearranged starting from C, D, E, F, G, then A, B. And now we said that for you to locate your C, which is the starting key on the keyboard, now you need to have to know about a reference key. And that reference key will be your black keys. And your black keys are being structured in 2 ways. In the stack of 2 and stack of 3. 2, 3, 2, 3. So having this breakdown of pattern of keyboard will make you your visualization of the keyboard will become easier and not intimidating anymore. So now for us to know our C is a white key before the 2 black keys, not before the 3. This is a 3, but this is a 2. So before the 2 black keys is your C. So this is your C, 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 this is your C. All right, I think that's where the keyboard ends. Here, my particular keyboard here ends. Okay, so now this is my C. So if this is my C, then I can count. Forget about the black keys for now. We are dealing with the white keys. So on our next class, we'll talk about the names of the black keys. So if this is C, then this is D, E, F, G, A, B. Now after that, we have another starting again from C. So this is what we call octaves. Octave means that what we did before, we are doing it again, only that there is a change in pitch. So it's sounding lighter the more we go upward, and it sounds deeper when we go downward. Do you get the point now? So that is all about this is a very quick piano music theory that before you start playing keyboard, you should know about your keys. So we're talking about the names of the black keys. So we have learned about the names of the white keys and octaves. So in our next class, we'll be learning about the names of the black keys. So stay tuned. Subscribe to my channel, click on the notification button so that when I drop more videos like this, you will be the first to see and you won't miss out. Please kindly share to your loved ones that want to learn piano from the scratch. Thank you.